Welcome back to the Notary Income Challenge. My name is Amber. I'm the founder of Notary Training Hub, host of the Empower Notary Summit, and I'm here to go ahead and give you an update on my Notary Income Challenge. If you're new here, I've been doing a challenge for the month of May 2025 to give you all of the income and expenses and profit that I'm making in my notary business for May 2025. This is something I've done for the past 3 years, and when I do these challenges, there's a lot of good feedback. A lot of people are enjoying it. They get a lot of value in it. They see some real life examples of notary appointments. So today is day 7, May 2025. Let's get into my income today, my appointments today, the duration of the appointments, my expenses, and my profit. I had 5 appointments total today, starting off with a mobile notary apostille appointment. I traveled to this client, which was about 14 miles away, so I would say that was about $15 of gas. Here are the documents that they needed. They needed 4 business documents apostilled for use out of the United States. I charged them a total of $605. My expenses were shipping $23, courier, my apostle courier was $75, and like I said before, my gas travel about $15. So all in all, my total expenses for appointment number 1 was $113. Total time at this appointment was about 15 minutes. So my net profit for appointment number 1 was $492. Let's keep going to appointment number 2 was an in-office appointment right here where I'm sitting. It was 2 documents and 1 copy certification. So they had 2 regular documents that needed a notarization. Then they asked me to certify copy an additional document. So that's 3 total documents. I charged them $45. I had 0 expenses because they came to me in my office and I didn't have to travel. I didn't have to do anything. And so this appointment took about 10 minutes and my total income for it was $45. I'm keeping that whole fee. Appointment number 2. Appointment number 2 was another in-office visit. They walked in with 1 document, 1 notarization. I charged them $25. That includes the notarization plus my office fee. Again, since it's right here in my office, I had no expenses like gas, wear and tear on my truck, or anything like that. So my net profit for this appointment is $25. Appointment number 3 was a loan signing appointment. It was a purchase, a buyer. So that means the clients came in to purchase property. Now, this is a very special circumstance. As I've mentioned before, one of the perks of having an office where it is a co-working space where other businesses have their offices. There's a title company that I partner with that is also in the building here where I'm working. That is what I did today. I did a loan closing for them, a buyer package. I got paid a total of $250 for this appointment. It took about 30 minutes. Now, the great part of this is you already know what I'm going to say. I didn't have to travel, so I didn't have to use any of my gas. And since the title company is here in the office, I always require them to print the documents for me. That's just what we have in our agreement in our contract. So I didn't print, I didn't drive, I didn't use any of my extra time to drive to the appointment. So again, I didn't have any expenses. I got to keep the full $250 fee. Now, this is a fee that the title company and escrow officer and I have worked out together that whenever I do a closing for them in office here, that is the fee that I accept. That is not the same fee for other title companies and other escrow officers that I work with. That is just the agreement I have with them. And they are the main bulk of loan signings that I do these days. So my net profit for appointment number 4 was a total of $250. Last appointment of the day is an apostille consultation. What is an apostille consultation? This isn't the full apostille process where I accept the document and get it processed at the Secretary of State. It is fully a consultation. So let me break it down to you of what this is. So the customer contacted me about a week ago asking for the process to do an apostille, and I let them know that their country is going to require legalization process. One thing to note is that there is either the apostille process for countries that are members of the Hague Convention, or there is the legalization process for countries that are not part of the Hague Convention. And so the country that he wanted is not a part of the Hague Convention. And so once he called and got my quote and my timeline, it was too expensive for him. But he also was very confused about what to do. So I offered my consultation service, all right? So what my consultation service is when I do the research for him, I call and verify the processes and the steps, and then we meet in the office and I give him an action plan of exactly what to do, what to gather, who to call, where to send it to, and his fees to do it on his own. And so this saves him time. It also saves him money because I've already outlined the whole process for him. I charged him a total of $85 for the research and the appointment. So it took me 30 minutes to do the research and make his action plan, which was very detailed in a, not a binder, but a very thick, business-like folder. So it's very professional. Step 1, do this, this, and this, call these people, do that kind of thing, okay? It took me about 30 minutes to do the research and make the plan. And then once I was done with all of the research, I let him know that he could come back in the office today for his full consultation, which was another 20 minutes of me going over the action plan and explaining to him and making sure he understands what to do. He was very grateful for this. All the clients that choose the consultation service definitely love it because it saves them money and time, possibly do things the wrong way, which again will save them time and money, because if you make a mistake in the legalization process, it can be very costly and timely. So this is a service that I offer to clients because in my marketing plan, in my marketing strategy, I try not to let go of any clients. So if they call and decide that my fee is too much, I provide them the option to use my consultation service where they can do it on their own. And many of them bite, especially those that need legalization, especially for those that need their documents to go through the legalization process. So my net profit for that is $85, no expenses. Only expenses in my opinion is my extra time, because like I said, I had to research and create the plan for him. And I did verify the steps in the action plan by calling just to confirm everything, because there's so many countries out there. There's no way one person can remember every single step, every single legalization step for all of the countries. So although I have a database on what to do for many of the countries, I always double check because things change, okay? That's best practice, is to always check and confirm. All right, so my total today was $1,010. My total expenses today was $113. My net profit today was $897. Not too bad, not around $900. I'm not gonna complain about that. Total time invested was 1 hour, 53 minutes. All right, and again, as you've seen on my previous videos, anytime that I have in the day where I'm not physically at an appointment, I'm working in my business. I block off time to at least do 1 to 2 hours of some type of strategy in my business, back-end marketing, outreach, something, working on SEO, website, Google, so I can continue having days like today where appointments are booked effortlessly because of my search engine optimization. I hope this video was valuable for you. Just let me know in the comments if you have any questions. If you need any resources, I'm happy to point you in the right direction. And as always, if you want to join our training at Notary Training Hub, you can go to our website, or you can just comment the word notary. I'm happy to send the link to anyone that is interested. I'll see y'all tomorrow on day 8. Bye.